Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Cek 1212 3456 7810.
But where are those who share the memory?
Muhammad Farel, halo bang, sorry jangan mampir. Enggak apa-apa mas Farel. Selamat malam, selamat bergabung, thank you udah mampir.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Kita share dulu guys ya. Wait.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who
Gacha
share
ganyo nggak bang? Aku
memory?
gacha ganyo. Kemarin aku dapat di live streaming sebelumnya aku udah gacha kok. Aku dapat ganyo sama Mona. Udah sementara lagi nge-build juga. Ini masih nyariin. Tapi untuk sementara ini udah lumayan sih. Masih sementara di build. Baru dapat kemarin aku di live streaming sebelumnya ini. Mau lihat art bisa kok. Soalnya ganyo worth it sih, aku butuh karakter yang bisa spiral abis soalnya. Jadi ya mumpung ada digacha aja. Oh nggak tahu akunya bang. Ya kamu nggak gacha kah? Nggak gacha ganyo kah? Atau kokomi gitu? Aku mau gacha kokomi cuma masih mikir sih, nanti aja lah. Soalnya kalau karakter Hydra aku udah banyak. butuhnya DPS. Ya drop super udah ada lah. Kalau mereka gacha ganyu dapat bang. Dapat DVT berapa? Bagus dong kalau dapat. Soalnya ganyu lagi OP coy. Dan ganyu itu ramah free to play. Jadi enak banget kalau di build 78. Wah. Hampir sama sih, cuma aku kemarin sempat nyicil dulu PT-nya. Waktu di banner Tignari kan nggak dapat Tignari, nyicil di situ. Dapatnya Zhongli. Enak tuh, apalagi kan ada di B4-nya kan di gacha sekarang ada Shinkyu sama Sucrose, enak banget. Combo sama itu satu paket. Lagi nunggu Xiao aja lah sekarang. Xiao, iya. Nanti Xiao nanti keluar sama Hutou kalau nggak salah ya. Aku lihat kayaknya dia bakal keluar di akhir tahun ya, November kalau nggak salah. Nabung-nabung aja. Sekalian sekalian gacha senjatanya kan. Ya mantap, atau gacha Homa. Wow. Buat Xiao enak tuh. Kalau Arkon nggak ada rencana. Arkon apa itu? Arkon Dendro Tinahida. Aku paling next update next gacha mau incer Shogun aja sih. Skip skip. Iya sih nggak apa-apa kalau Arkon kan nggak apa-apa di skip. Arkon baru kan yang keluar kan ya. Soalnya kan bisa jadi rerunnya cepet. Kalau Xiao nanti nggak tahu kapan lagi rerunnya kan. Paling hari ini cuma bersih quest aja lah, masih banyak soalnya questnya. Xiao sama Huto sih kayaknya 3.4 aku lihat. Iya, Xiao sama Huto sama siapa lagi satu ya, lupa siapa. 3.4 kan November kalau nggak salah, dekat-dekat Halloween. Hutoku juga aku mau kasih C1 cuma aduh, mau incer Raiden mepet banget, bannernya mepet banget. Asli banner updatean sekarang itu apa ya, kayak nggak ngasih nafas cok buat free to play. Nggak ada kasih nafas buat nabung loh. Semoga aja eventnya banyak jadi mana ya? Oh ini Didi bang, hai, halo Didi, selamat malam, selamat bergabung. Naik ke atas gimana ya? Ini aja dapat kokomi kan lumayan. Kayla, halo bang, halo Kayla, selamat malam, selamat bergabung. Baru sempat live aku nih. Real life sungguh melelahkan guys. Ngelek kali, ngelek kah? Ah yang bener. Di sini bagus loh. Oh, live-nya makin sini makin nggak nentu ya bang. Untuk beberapa hari ini aja sih. Kayaknya mulai besok udah balik lagi normal. Beberapa hari ini lagi banyak kesibukan di real life guys. Jadi paling mulai besok live pagi lagi. Wait. Wifi ku lelet. Oh. Kirain jaringanku yang ini apa ini? Ada misi juga di sini ya. Perkembangan ekspor sudah sampai mana bang? Aku ini baru buka Genshin loh. Tadi pagi itu cuma bos mingguan aja. Oh itu sudah. Ini baru pulang gawe, udah nggak lanjut lagi. Tadi itu apa ya? Misi kan? Lumayan ini. Araneko-chan absen selalu nggak sih? Absen selalu? Iya aku absen. Biasa kalau selesai live aku biasa absenin orang. Ini pakai anemo ya? Ya. Dulu maksudnya. Dulu mau di absen. Aku baru mulai loh. Ini gimana sih? Oh iya, udah. Halo, selamat malam ya Araneko-chan. Thank you udah bergabung. Semoga malammu indah. Waduh, nge-lag banget. Waktunya mengganti wifi guys. Di mana sih? Oh ini. Ini apa? Wajib dibunuh itu spekternya bang. Oh wajib ya.
Stabilize.
Udah bunuh aja.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me lead you off.
Walah itu doang. Malah dihindar. Kita jalanin misi-misi ini tadi. Lumayan lah. Wih, rame nih coy. Selamat malam ya buat kalian semua. Selamat bergabung. Kita speedrun aja lah.
Gather. This is order. Teach me a lesson.
No, my sword.
Watch your
Rain cutter.
order guide you.
Jelas banget.
I need to train harder.
Hilang coy. Oke. Terus coba banget sini. Ini kayaknya ke tempat yang harus naruh apa itu ya, tanaman. Udah air berapa bang? Aku baru naik air 50. Ya. Kemarin sempat nahan air sih karena pikir masih sulit kan buat explore biar musuhnya nggak susah, jadi ketahan di situ. Cuma ada yang ngasih tahu naikin aja airnya bang biar dropannya mantep. Ya udah aku naikin. Apaan sih ini?
Stabilize.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Absorption test. Animal test 6308.
Harusnya ganti dulu lah. Lupa ganti sukrose cuy.
Just what will become of
apa nih? Aku rencana mau main 2 game nih. Pagi mainnya Genshin, malam main yang lain. Biar nggak cepet bosan. Sebenarnya nggak bosan sih main Genshin, cuma nyari pengalihan aja sih biar lebih gampang, biar lebih enak lah gitu. Cuma masih bingung mau main apa.
Gather. This is order.
propagate, spring forth.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave your rest. Higher, higher, hands on fire.
I guess this is it.
Gitu.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Malah main apa bang? Nah itu masih nyari game apa bang saya
Oh,
main.
my sword. Huh?
Kok banyak?
Gather. Germinate.
Yo. Udah.
I will have order.
Flow through me. Time to go.
Masih bingung mau main apa. Bagusnya apa ya, Kay?
This body.
Kalau main ML aku belum punya kayak semacam Elgato gitu buat nyambung ke live. Jadi belum bisa main game mobile. Apa sih namanya yang buat sambungin dari HP ke PC tuh? Masih belum ada itu sih. Iya, harus ada Elgato kalau mau main ML. Dan Elgato tidaklah murah. Lagi ya? Udah ya? Cuma ada, aku dikasih tahu apa sih itu yang murah katanya, yang bisa mirroring ke laptop kan. Cuma aku belum coba sih, belum tahu. Genshin udah nggak ramah buat HP. Iya, susah, berat, cepat panas coy. Kecuali kamu ya gimana ya, kecuali HP-mu memang ngangkat ya bisa. Ini sword kenapa ya? Oh, berarti bikin dia ya. Soalnya kalau Genshin main di HP, wow, bisa meledup. Sebenarnya bisa main di HP, cuman takut HP cepat apa ya kan, cepat rusak aja sih, karena kan panas pasti kalau pakai main, apalagi kalau mau sambil live streaming. Waduh, ini tempat masak nggak sih? Ya bukan coy, keren tempat masak. Ini ya bukan loh. Tempat masak di mana? Apa harus masuk ke dalam dulu? Kuat sih kuat, tapi kalau dipaksa main berjam-jam kayaknya sayang saja. Apa iya? Yang ada nanti jatuhnya cepat rusak kan? Cepat panas, cepat kalah lah pokoknya. Kasihan juga HP guys. Ini oh ini tempat masak. Rasanya tadi nggak ada deh. Itu tadi gimana cara bikinnya ya? Yang ini enggak sih? Pesan aku ada deh itu. Ini tor misi juga sekalian.
Thank you for complete. Error. Add. asked.
Kayak masih kurang banyak udah. Pas. Di sini kah? Udah ngomel kan guys. Itu bikin di mana sih? Di Liwei.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
No, gimana ya? Ini yang kayak begini, cuma bukan ini. Gak ada loh. Oh itu tukang masak. Om ada jualan beli ini coy, lumayan buat up siang link. Itu terbuat dari apa ya? Ada loh. Bentar bang, aku pakai akun YouTube satu lagi. Oke, Farel. Farel, akun YouTube-mu ada berapa, Farel? Oh ini ya, udah benar dong dari tadi. Ini yang bocah-bocah penipu kan? Zen nih pagi bang, pagi Zen nih. Pagi. Farel Ilham, halo, selamat malam, selamat bergabung, thank you udah mampir. Ini apa lagi ya? Ira, coba bikin apa sih? Ini disuruh masak apa ya? Importing soup. Oh, ini tempat masak. Oh, ini ya. Yang mana tuh? Mana ya? Oh ini. Ini aku bang, Muhammad Farel. Oh, ini akun satumu ya? Udah aku bantu subscribe. Oke, makasih banyak. Akunmu ada berapa? Udah ya, udah habis. Padahal cukup satu saja sih.
Wanna come over for tea?
Berarti udah selesai ya. Masalah apa lagi nih coy? Banyak kali masalahnya. Bang, sebut namaku bang. Selamat malam Ibu Kiki. Ibu Bapak Kiki, sang pejuang Kiki. Kamu streamer ya bang? Bukan, aku pemuda biasa. Ada 4 bang, bentar. Wih, mantap Farel. Kalau aku bercanda doang. Thank you. Gimana kabarnya Ki? Selamat malam. Sudah makan kah? Iya. Hari Senin nih guys. Bagaimana hari Seninmu? Apakah kamu menggacha hari ini guys? Ada yang menggacha hari ini? Bocil Brando. Waduh. Halo bang, halo. Halo bocilnya Brando. Kamu bocil Brando bukan berarti bocil-bocil kematian kan? Pemuda tersesat kah bang? Ya, aku hanya pemuda yang sedang gabut aja guys. Game apa itu bang? Ini namanya GenshinImpact. GenshinImpact guys ya. Ini salah satu game MOBA terbaik. Selidiki kuil. Cara selidikinya gimana coy ini? Ini saya Farel bang. Oh oke Farel. Oke. Berarti ini akun ketigamu ya? PP lu Kiki anjing ya kali nggak tahu ini game. Si Farel emosi coy. Santai. Dia emang gitu anaknya. Ini suruh kasih Sakura belum. Bacot bet. Nggak bacot, nggak seru coy. Bukankah bacot itu mengisi? Dan emang iya. Nih Farel sama Kiki kenalan dulu biar nggak ribut. Penungan Inazuma udah ada, nggak ada ya? Oke, selanjutnya kita selesaikan quest story guys. Storynya Zhongli. Soalnya kita belum buka Asdaha. Zhongli Historia Antiqua. Dia reputasi. Wow. Aduh, satu lagi 100 subscriber ya kah? Widih. Cakep. Thank you. 100 subscriber kita bakal bakal apa ya? Bakal salto kayang. Jangan anjir, nggak bisa salto, cok. Loh. Oh, ini yang di kapal itu kah? Oh, di kapal. Room tour lah, apa yang mau di room tour anjay? Nggak ada apa-apa di roomku. Roomku itu ya sebatas ini. 100 sub / joget-joget TikTok bang. Bisa dicek saja TikToknya langsung, sudah ada videonya. Jangan nggak ada, cok. Gila. Jangan joget-joget TikTok lah guys, Pargoy aja. Nanti temanin sama Kiki. Gimana Ki? Kita Pargoy gimana? Cara ke sana gimana ya? Apakah harus naik kapal dari Inazuma untuk ke sana? Ini kita jadi penumpang ilegal lagi kan? 100 reker joget bang. Jangan, aku nggak bisa joget. Aku bisanya apa ya? Nggak punya TikTok gue. Bercanda anjir ya kali aku joget-joget di TikTok. Nggak lah. Nggak apa, berarti kamu masuk golongan pemuda yang tidak mengkonsumsi konten-konten TikTok. Ya itulah. Aku lupa sebutannya apa. Dan kita sudah ya, buat yang baru bergabung dibantu like-nya ya guys ya, supaya bisa membantu algoritma YouTubeku, itu bisa berkembang ya, berkembang menjadi lebih baik. Iya. Bang, lu kok garing banget sih? Ya emang aku garing, cok. Cowok baik-baik gue. Coy, yang punya TikTok bukan berarti cowok nggak baik-baik ya. Nanti ada yang salah paham, bingung loh. Ini sampai kemarin aku sama siapa ya kesini nggak sampai. Apakah ada orang yang nggak? Ya maaf. Nggak suka lihat belahan di TikTok. Belahan apa yang kamu nggak suka lihat? Aku juga nggak suka lihat belahan. Nggak suka TikTok bang, sukanya lihat Bigo. Anjir kayak lah, jangan gitu nak. Nggak boleh gitu ya. Bigo kok nggak apa-apa sih kamu nonton Bigo, yang penting minimal sawer lah. Gue liatnya di IG. Nggak lihat di TikTok tapi liatnya di IG, ya bisa gitu aja, sama aja dong. Biasanya itu konten dari TikTok malah lari ke IG. Abah Zhongli.
Oh, I didn't think I would see you here.
Kemana lu kemarin pas orang lagi war lawan naga?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago.
Ngeteh mulu.
They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lepus.
Keren banget
Would you like
suaranya,
to
coba
listen?
dubbing bahasa Inggrisnya
And
keren.
this, good sir, seems not to appreciate
Kayak
the
om-om gimana
almighty
gitu.
power of the Lord of Geo. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
First Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo himself thousands of years ago.
Oh,
According to my research,
Mora
as well as my own
ternyata
hypothesis,
made
I believe that
in
this coin of unique historical
Morax.
significance
Pantas namanya
has been
Morax
passed
ya.
down secretly through the years as a kind of token. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
No. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing.
Tapi ini orang-orang nggak tahu kalau ini
Say catalyst. This we all
Arkon
know.
kah?
Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this
Sotoy lu.
original Mora as a catalyst
Sotoy apa anjay?
to enhance a dagger.
Di situ
and a
tadi
sword.
dibilang
A dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will
bukan
only
kata di cerita yang
The one
om-om
who
ini yang
finds the
cerita kan
dagger shall become
ber-
supreme in the
menceritakan si Zhongli ya.
and the one who finds the sword may be crowned Liyue's sovereign.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract's value. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a
Si
catalyst
Rex Lapis
for
bukannya
people to
ini ya?
exchange and trade.
Mana
The
sih?
world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex
Bukankah
Lapis.
si Rex Lapis itu
As for
adalah
its
si
fate,
Zhongli sendiri?
The same as all Mora, I suspect. It was simply spent somewhere.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence. How can you so easily dismiss the Lord of Geo's profound foresight?
Cocok ya berarti
No,
cocok.
no,
Berarti
I am not
om-om
debating
ini
right
yang
or
ngumpul
wrong.
di sini nggak tahu kalau
I am
Zhongli
simply
itu
stating a fact.
Arkon kan?
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
Kita berusaha memberitahu kan?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't
Oh,
dare to
dipotong ya.
brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone has the same opinion, no?
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora, correct?
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora?
Anjir, si Zhongli nggak mau mengakui dirinya, cowok. Maunya tuh lu angkat kaki ke meja.
I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay with you.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
Me?
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. Let's go.
Oke. Oh, ini ya.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. so it's best to discuss this somewhere quiet. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Intinya siapa yang melanggar perjanjian, itu yang
But when I
dibunuh.
was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god, but she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What?
Wait.
No way!
Bang, aku izin pamit dulu. Oke, Farel.
This bit
Thank
of
you ya.
history
Thank you,
is
makasih
a
banyak udah
long
mampir.
story,
Thank you juga sama
but you may not like the
subscribe-nya.
truth when you hear it.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
Kamu sepertinya kesulitan untuk membuka mulut, Zhongli. Apa ceritanya
Quite
sangat rumit?
so. I don't know where to begin.
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. So you're over here all this time.
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, Paimon's reporting you to the Millilith.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for trouble.
The Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhongli with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhongli as my own consultant while I'm in town.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes?
Menurutmu kita lebih baik
Well,
berhati-hati?
since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Wait, if you are studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful experience for your journey.
Wait, this is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will surely be of great help to us.
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to open it.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too.
Well, that is quite enticing. All right then. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the god's limb would be even better. Who knows what surprises we may find.
Kita suruh ke mana nih? Tempat bertarung kemarin ya.
This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the overlord of the vortex. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyan Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyan Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the overlord of the vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich. I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge and historical value, yes? That's all I seek in life. Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and look.
Zero
Okay,
Two
then.
malam bang.
I will go
Malam
with my
Zero
friend
Two,
here.
selamat malam, selamat bergabung.
Although
Thank
I
you.
have a
Udah
smattering of
mampir.
knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with the expert here.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's meet on the shore opposite from here. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Oh, ada peti ya di sini. Perasaan kemarin nggak ada.
Stabilize!
Yeah, no, my sword! Higher, higher, here's my fire!
Nahan loh.
Propagate! Crumble!
Aduh, salah.
This is order.
Why are there enemies here?
Boneka
Guyan
ini.
Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Apa itu? Apa? Waduh,
Solidify!
ini si Om. Aku datang dengan damai. Seberang lagi.
They're gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydromonic monsters... I have a contract and must put my personal feelings
Masih
aside.
ada.
Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic. It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. It should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
Tiba ada di sini.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find...
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time. This stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power on it?
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the god of salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs. But you're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Tidak, kamu hanya mau mengumpulkan sisa kekuatan dewa.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to mess with the chasing...
Ah, I see. What a shame. It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded. All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt too, actually. Let's go to Salterai next.
Oke, sudah selesai misinya. Terus, oh ini yang ke tempat itu ya? Iya, yang lingkaran itu ke bawah. Wait, sini, wait. Jadi kucing kan? Sini ya? Oh, nggak bisa masuk ya? Kemarin bisa loh. Mana sih?
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable...
According to legend, the people of the god of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, that's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Salter. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of Salt. I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The god of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do, though.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
Anda
I
terlalu
may know
meremehkan.
something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so, follow me then.
Aduh, kita kalau nyebrang ke sana harus lawan itu dong. Udah lah. Ngapa Misi Om.
Solidify!
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter, know my soul. Body and mind.
Ke sana. Wah, berenang.
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of Salt.
Oh, ini.
According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
Mana sih?
See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Oh,
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
ngapain dong kamu di sini?
Rain outlines your fate.
Scatter!
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this? When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. Otherwise, the seal will not be broken. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to the god of salt. To provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War, this benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, even one sliver of peace was a luxury. And that haven she eventually found is right here. Today, it is known as Sal Turai.
How sad then. In the end, this peaceful place was destroyed by Morax.
Anjay, streaming
Okay,
udah 1 jam
enough with these
aja.
ancient
Iya,
stories.
Ame,
Now that we
selamat
have the
malam,
clue,
selamat
hurry up and
bergabung.
break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter
Lagi
as long as we get
nyelesain
inside
questnya
that room.
si Abah,
Tianheng in the south,
buka asdaha.
Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north.
Gimana
With
main
this
Apex-nya?
clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
Ikuti instruksi Zhongli dan aktifkan monumen di dekatnya. Ini dulu lah ini.
I will have order.
Order. Ayam lagi busuk, gak kuat, lanjut.
No, my sword!
Juga mau main Apex rencana, cuma belum live Genshin, jadi live Genshin aja dulu. Ini juga pasti ada mekanisnya kan.
Behold, the princess and the...
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. The directions are the
Timur,
clue.
barat, utara.
Give it another try.
Buat ini dulu. Yang dulu. Selatan, oh berarti ini. Timur. Ini. Barat. Utara. Ya kan?
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was
Mr.
nothing,
Zhongli,
really.
Kamu sangat luar biasa kan dia.
Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time.
Di mana sih? Oh, di sana ya. Tenggelam nih, tunggu stamina dulu.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyenstone Forest.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily!
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
Dasar serakah.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement.
Anda sedang bicara dengan Morax, by
Let's
the
go.
way. Wah, di sini banyak karo lapis. Wow. Tunggu ya om, aku ambilin dulu.
Stabilize!
Apa botak kan kau? Alah.
Gather! Stabilize!
Tunggu dulu, masih ada sana. Oh, ini banyak. Quest nomor 2, mulung nomor 1. Misteri garam. Kenapa pakai official ya? Dah lah.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Duh.
They were probably followers of the God of Salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Solidify!
Oke, terminjam semua. Pantas aku bilang kok senjatanya Vortex. Sejak kapan aku punya Vortex? Aku nggak bisa naik. Aku nggak bisa naik. Nggak bisa naik ya.
Gather!
Look at this! filled halfway with salt.
Oh, it just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce
Exactly.
endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I claim this as mine. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune.
Hey, how can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this
Barang
salt
dewa
chalice,
dipakai buat jualan
then the
garam,
next
anjir.
object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Let's go move on, shall we? Ini ada... Nggak ada apa-apa ya?
Stabilize! This is order!
Wah, hilang. Wait, Zhongli yang ini. Oh, text panic wizard. Oke, noblesse. Instalasi 3 berarti bisa bikin 2. Ya.
Quake!
Ini.
Rise!
Ini. Oh, pantas harus.
Crumble!
Just a simple ruler. Doesn't look to be worth it.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick?
Dasar,
This
dasar.
girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again.
Here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you.
Okay.
Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, "Ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock."
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
Well.
Pay your dues. Gather!
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Some archaeological survey? He could only pretend for so long. Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do bad things.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may tempt us to break contracts. When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire and follow the contract? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Quotes ya kan, quotes.
Be honest about what?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Qixing, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh iya ya.
Oh, right. Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name Morax.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost in the world. We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. And its history is written as he wishes. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this history fairly.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer Morax's Liyue. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
Padahal Morax nih guys yang diajak bicara.
Rise! Stabilize!
Odds revealed.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse. Huh?
Gather! Order guide you!
Sakit cuk. Hebat itu Zhongli.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Stabilize! I will have order!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Guhua.
Oh ini apa lagi? Oh pedang.
This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of salt had to fight back against the evil Morax. But sadly, she was defeated. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler. If we can
No.
repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the god of salt.
It does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2 relics at the same time.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person, and no one is fighting over the treasure. How about you let this one slide, huh?
When there's a contract, nothing can be
Kontrak adalah
allowed to
kontrak, guys, ya.
slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice is nothing compared to that. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh?
Real bang, lu F2P.
truth.
Iya, aku F2P.
You mean the
Duta
truth is
keju
my
ganteng. Aku F2P guys. Kalau
Yes.
aku nggak F2P
The
udah
truth
banyak
that I'm
karakterku.
about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who
BP
yielded
Welkin,
to all other
Welkin
gods.
aku nggak pernah top up.
When
BP
it
juga
came
nggak
to
pernah.
war, she lost.
Kemarin ada
Never
yang
able to win
nyaranin
seat
sih
among the
buat dapat apa itu?
What?
During
Item
the Archon War,
item
the
BP.
gods of this
Cuma aku nggak
world
top up.
used all their
Welkin
strength
juga
and
aku nggak.
cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
Oh.
No! It can't be so.
In her last days,
BTW Duta Keju Ganteng,
she
selamat
had
datang,
not
selamat
even a
malam.
single blade
Semoga
to defend her
malammu
people with.
menyenangkan ya. Guys.
Not even a single blade.
Thank you udah mampir.
Then... this sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Oh.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the god of salt.
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax. Don't try to trick me.
Padahal bukan pengikut Morax, tapi Morax itu sendiri.
Come back!
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
Wais, cakep. Sini ya.
Are these statue thingies running?
Oh iya ya, dia lari ke.
What will we find ahead?
Salt and betrayal.
Salt and betrayal.
Huh?
Dia lagi kabur ya.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward.
Keren banget dubbingnya, Cok.
That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then.
Ada apa?
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
Dibunuh sama pengikutnya sendiri ternyata, guys.
What about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
Wanjay, ceritanya, Cok.
Even if this is so, I can't. This must be a lie. A false history, all of it. Don't you dare try to shake my faith.
Si cewek tetap denial, guys ya. Padahal yang membunuh dewanya itu merakyatnya sendiri.
Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now. Indeed, in ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
Oh.
Huh?
Ya ternyata dibunuh sama rakyatnya sendiri, guys. Parah sih, parah. Kita mau ke Guyonstone Forest. atas. Oh, di atas. Cara cepat naik ke atas gimana ya? Manjat. Di Liyue belum ada sistem buat naik seperti laba-laba ya sih. Jadi apakah harus manjat? Zhongli yang susah aja. Sini. Masih di atas kan guys.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming. I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself. Someday we may all disappear.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you.
Free to play
traveler.
God.
You are one
Iya
who
dong, aku kan
crosses
free
the
to play
celestial
guys.
atlas,
Bisa
and who passes through countless
dibuktikan.
worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Tevat.
Yakin free to play? Iya, yakin banget.
Now then,
Emang aku nggak pernah
it is
top
time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler
nggak pernah
to the
pakai
sea.
fasilitas yang disediakan Mihoyo untuk
As
top
I
up.
said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned.
Dewa kuno ya.
This includes Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison.
Iya ya, di Liyue banyak banget monster-monster yang
Thousands
nggak
of years
ngotak.
ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now.
Oh, itu yang mau disegel ya?
May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
Aku baru mau bilang kalau ada epic scene begitu berarti udah selesai guys. Berarti kita ambil yang kedua lagi. Kita lanjut story-nya. Tadi Setria.
Silly jerk.
Kita selesaiin quest story aja.
Any new commissions?
As a matter of fact, there's one that looks perfect for you two. Uncle Dai is one of the foremen at Huishan Hall over in Liyue Harbor. He's hoping the Adventurers Guild can spare some manpower.
What is it we have to do exactly?
I believe you'll be looking for workers.
Ooh, looking for people? Awesome! We're good at that!
I have no reason to doubt your abilities. I'm sure the details can be worked out face to face. If you're willing to accept this commission, head over to the dock and talk to Uncle Dai.
Batu biasa. Terus kemana nih? Ya ada.
Hey, are you Uncle Dai?
I am indeed. Ah, now then. You must be the adventurers assigned by the guild.
Keren,
How could you tell?
voice dubbingnya keren cuy.
By the clothes on your back and the look on your face. Experienced adventurers at that, I'll wager.
Right again! You're pretty perceptive!
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Dai can see what you're made of from a long way off. All right, my assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Woo woo! That's why we're here! Now there's someone else taking a cut?
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone to handle life here.
So there is someone else! Do you think we're not up to the job?
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary, to say the least. Mines are dangerous places, as I'm sure you're aware. Last time I checked, adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geological analysis. With a professional by your side, everything should run smoothly. Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the rock, he'll tell you
Tahu
its
siapa
value to
orangnya.
the nearest mora at a glance.
Mari
I go
kita
as far to say that
sambut
there's
dia.
not a soul on Tevat that knows rocks better than him. I'd be a fool to not enlist an expert of his caliber.
Zhongli.
You're a fool if you think you found Tevat's #1 rock expert.
Oh?
Because Tevat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours. Haha! Didn't expect that, did you? Wait here, we'll go fetch. Hana bets Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
Bukan Zhongli. Zhongli lagi nyantai cuk. Dia lagi ngeteh, dia lagi ngeteh so. Itu kan kebiasaan cuk, Zhongli kerjanya ngeteh doang.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Zhongli, there you are.
Oh. Here for a few tales? I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you. Do you have time?
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We need someone who understands geology and ore.
Someone who understands geology and ore.
Take a look around. Is there that more qualified? The requester claims to have enlisted Teyvat's #1 rock expert, but Paimon doesn't believe a word of it. Nobody understands rocks better than you.
You appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just... Uncle Dai doesn't know what he's talking about. Paimon just wants to enlighten...
I see.
Really?
But I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim to be a leading authority. We are at all times adrift in a sea of learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with open arms. Still, I imagine I will be of help to you in this endeavor. If we do encounter an expert.
Stop being so modest, Zhongli.
Terlalu merendah untuk meroket.
Well, we got him. Let's head back to Uncle Dai.
Kembali ke Uncle Dai.
Go. Phew. Uncle Dai, we're back.
Oh, and this must be the friend you spoke of?
Yep. Paimon doesn't know who your rock expert is, but he's got nothing on our guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I do have a claim to some experience in this field.
Uh-huh, so you say. Wait till my guy gets here, then we'll see. It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have to see for yourselves.
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun-jun. Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us. And as for this gentleman...
Huh?
Namanya Zhongli.
Sheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhongli. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents. I had no idea I'd be meeting you in person today.
Gak ada yang kenal Zhongli, cuy.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Huh? I wouldn't know where to start.
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhongli wins, he's the assistant. If Zhongli loses... never mind. Zhongli won't lose.
A contest? Why, it would be my pleasure.
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
I must say, you certainly have the look of an industry expert about you. It'll be interesting to see which one of us wins.
Stop talking the talk and start walking the walk.
I'm just saying it like I see it. Which is, incidentally, the only skill I have worth talking about.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kun-jun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road one day when Uncle Dai called me over. He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while. We arranged to meet here.
Huh? How could you forget something like that?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman. In any case, he didn't have any pressing matters and agreed to help me.
So, do you have a poor memory?
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
Batu apa, Cok?
Glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high-quality crystal ore inside.
Remarkable. This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no inkling of the treasure that lay within. Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you? After all, we haven't even seen what's inside yet.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after.
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must be true.
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly what lay within?
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately. I hope you didn't mind me flaunting my experience, Mr. Cooper.
Of course not. I feel I've met a kindred spirit here today. I hope you will accept my friend Uncle Dai. It would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade. You won't come across another of his caliber in your lifetime.
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm. There are men counting on you to find them.
Kita ke chasm ya. Duh, lokasinya di situ lah. Mana ya? Ke sini aja. Oh, pantas kita di sini dilarang masuk ya. Karena belum ada izin.
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind had vanished. I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Nanda Norman
Yes,
paket.
10 of us. We lost long,
Selamat malam Nanda,
sad,
thank you udah
brave
datang, thank you udah
Sam.
mampir, makasih
I
banyak.
worked with all of them.
Gimana kabarnya?
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Underground, overground, we left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further.
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here.
Alhamdulillah kacau lah.
Please,
Kenapa
proceed
bisa?
wherever you'd like. If you come across
Kacau
any
kenapa nih?
clues,
Kacau kenapa
let me
ini?
know straight away.
Hari Senin ya.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues. Over here! A pile?
A few everyday items. They must belong to Uncle Dai and his men.
1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. 10 pairs of trousers. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes are identical.
Ya begitulah.
4 of them have been gone for 6
Tetap
days
semangat
without
ya
a
guys,
change
tetap
of
semangat.
clothes.
There's
Kalau
also
hari
a
ini
few
kacau,
handkerchiefs and some
semoga
soap liners.
besok
Oh, and some tool
makin
belts.
kacau. Enggak, semoga besok makin baik.
Items
Mau
for
buka asdaha bang.
washing
Iya,
one's
aku
face
baru
before
mau
the
buka
dawn
asdaha
shift.
ini. Makanya aku
Mining
jalanin
equipment.
quest nih.
So,
Kalian
they
kan.
didn't take any supplies.
Correct. Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items? Curious.
Huh. Why would someone set off with their tools but leave their luggage behind?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
It's certainly a possibility. We'll need more clues before any further inference can be made.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know. One client, 2 clients, 3 clients.
Kita ini kemana? Cari riwayat petunjuk.
Kunjun, what do you have there?
Oh, right on time.
Besar kali
Did you
batunya, Cok.
find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. A moment, please. Okay.
Ih, bukannya ganyu ya itu.
Looks like he's concentrating
I see. 4 men following someone out of the mine.
A child? What's a child doing in a mine?
I'm not sure.
Also,
Kenapa, Mek? Kenapa?
see anything exactly?
Congrats bang, 100
Oh,
subs. Iya kan?
I don't mean see in the traditional sense.
Ah, serius?
I
Udah
would
100?
appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I've never dared to tell anyone before. I can perceive the memories of ore.
Huh?
Iya, udah 100 pas. Udah ada
So
kembalian.
there's no
Mantap. Thank you
conjecture
buat
at work?
kalian semua ya guys ya. Thank you sudah subscribe.
You can put your hand on a
Kasih
rock
banyak
and
guys.
boom,
Sampai di
just
titik ini berkat
happens.
kalian. Wih,
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes
Semoga
it
bisa
records events that
cepat-cepat
occur in the surrounding
dapat
area.
1000 ya.
All
Supaya
I
kita
have to
bisa
do
monetisasi.
is touch one and focus my
Biar aku
attention,
makin semangat.
and the memories come to me.
Amazing! So you can find out everything that ever happened there.
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr.
Rengket
Kunjun.
bareng viewers ini mah.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will
Iya,
take us north,
BTW,
away from the mine.
aku tuh rencana mau live 2 kali sehari gitu. Pagi main Genshin, malam kita main apa gitu. Entah itu Valorant kah, Apex kah, Mobile Legend. Cuma Mobile Legend kendalaku itu di yang buat memory apa tuh, mirroring. Buat mirroring ya. Kudu pakai Elgato ya, atau ada perangkat lain yang bisa digunakan selain Elgato gitu. Elgato mahal anjay. Aku masih nyari-nyari sih.
Excuse me, sir.
Biar malam kita bisa
Are
main.
you one of the workers here?
Mana blessingnya? Blessing apa?
Yes, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please
Next.
find them if you can.
Next kita bagi-bagi blessing. Caca yuk bagi-bagi blessing kayak
I
banyak
don't know what
uang
happened.
anjay.
The weather was I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while I decided to take a break just to catch my breath. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. I'd only just been speaking with them and suddenly
100 subscriber guys ya. 100 subscribers ngapain ya?
maybe I'm next.
So the men that were out working disappeared.
Kalau bagi
Was the
blessing
only one left to tell the tale, having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an
masih mikir
accident
sih.
occurred on site.
Bagi blessing.
What a scary thought. An on-site accident. We should note that down too. We found some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Dai.
1 blessing untuk 100 viewer. Lumayan tuh.
You're back. How are the investigation?
We found 3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This suggests that your men didn't leave of their own accord, but were forced to.
Forced to? But who would kidnap miners?
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared without a trace. Those who kept
Gak ada
working
blessing
all
gue
disappeared.
on sauce.
The
Jahat
one who
banget
left early
Ki.
emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident
Ayo.
occurred on site.
Berkurang
Now
lagi
that
cok.
you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that it took a break. Could someone have entered
Berarti
the
memang
site
nggak
and simply
boleh
walked away
bagi
with them?
blessing dulu kayaknya
This
nih.
leads me to my
Makanya
third
ketahan
point.
di
Mr.
99 doang.
Jun here made good use of his expert techniques to arrive at a conclusion.
Kalau lu unsub berarti
It was a
balik lagi ke
child
99
that
nggak
took your
jadi
men
lagi
away.
blessing.
A child? But there are no settlements here for miles around. There's no way a child would have made it over to the mine.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruins.
North. Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit. You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off now and make haste, we might be able to catch them.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot, they will have covered a lot of ground by now.
You're right. New plan. I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further out and make some inquiries. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with anything. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men will get going.
Wangshuin. Tempat si Xiao.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep investigating here.
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine. Shouldn't we go north?
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Kunjun? Paimon bets he's still investigating. Let's go find him.
Let's go find him.
Kunjun, what are you searching for? We're all out of clues. Let's
Apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a precious stone known as Dragonfall.
Dragonfall. Dragonfall is often used in forging.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling very absent lately. In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious, as if there's something I've forgotten to finish. It's an
Oh, Paimon knows that feeling. When you know you've forgotten something, but you can't remember exactly what it is.
I don't even know where to start with it. I've been aimlessly wandering. That day at the market, I overheard a conversation while I was buying something. They mentioned Dragonfall. It sounded so familiar to me, as if whatever it was I had to do was linked to that stone. So, I decided to look for some. Perhaps if I can retrieve some, I'll remember what it is I have to do.
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor, I will help you look for this stone.
Really? Oh, thank you, Mr. Zhongli. You're too kind.
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose, there will be traces.
Great! Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Solidify!
Ayo, sini.
No, my
By royal decree.
Apa nih?
Wait, there are tracks here. These must have been left by the miner.
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints,
Ada jalan cepat ke sana kan? Iya, nggak ada yang ngajak ngobrol. Nggak apa-apa. Dari tadi juga aku juga lagi fokus story, guys. It's okay. Iya, bingung ya. Ada 4 orang yang nonton tapi nggak ada yang bersuara loh. Aneh. Ayolah, komen. Kalau mau bincang-bincang juga bisa di Discord kalau mau. Oh ini ya, bukan. Mana sih? Iki. Aku mau gacha lagi buat Kokomi, bisa nggak ya? Atau tabung aja kan?
their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
Mau ngejar si Shinkyu sebenarnya. Dilema sih, dilema banget.
Should be able to find.
Gather!
Bukan orang.
This is order.
Odds reveal.
Ikuti jejak kaki. Banyak banget robot anjay.
Oh no, the footprints end here.
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Anda mau gacha? Iya, aku mau. Sekali doang sih. Mau ngejar Shinkyu-nya. Wih, dapat emas coy. Oke, Skyward Pain. Gacha standar anjir. Udah lah. Nggak ada niat loh. Wow, buat siapa ya? Buat ini aja kali ya. Nggak cocok ya. Udah lah, buat siapa aja nanti. Nanti lihat.
A miner? I'm afraid not.
Tapi kenapa bukan hero ya? Kenapa senjata ya? Kok malas, Me? Ngapa sih, Me?
Stop bothering me. Can't you see I'm cloud watching?
Jeez, a little grumpy, aren't you? Whatever. Let's go ask someone else.
Gacha standar itu. Adalah aku berharapnya dapat yang lain, ke King kah, di Look kah gitu. Tapi dikasih senjata ya udah, terima aja.
Hey there! Seen any miner?
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah,
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were moving slower than we'd anticipated.
Itu di luar skenario ya guys ya. Nggak ada niatan buat gacha standar. Cuma aku kalau lihat ada satu biji begitu pasti gacha.
It was like they were in some sort of trance.
Nonton
And
strip.
there was a child
Ini orang taik
standing
emang
in front of them.
taik kenapa guys ya? Itu kan cuma sebiji. Dapatnya dari BP.
I caught a glimpse.
Tentu stream ini bawaannya Bedmood. Bedmood kenapa, Me? Kenapa? Sini cerita kenapa.
I think it was a girl. She wasn't smiling. In fact, she looked very serious.
And they took this road?
Kenapa sih orang pada
They
Bedmood
followed it straight
anjir?
from here.
Aku aja nggak sadar.
let's go after them.
Aduh, teman-temanku ini. Tapi hokinya datang dari Kiki loh. Kalau Kiki nggak bilang apa-apa kok mungkin nggak gacha.
There's a person over there.
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh, rescue first. Ask questions later.
Stabilize. I will have order. As you wish, main Fräulein. No rest for the wicked.
No, my sword! Let me weave you a verse.
This isn't good. Higher, higher, hands on fire.
Waleni Asidik, halo Bang, halo.
Those monsters were so
Waleni,
impressive.
selamat malam, selamat
They must have
bergabung.
noticed me walking through. Before I knew it, they were all
Oke,
over.
baik. Ki, mau
Thank you
kemana
for
Ki?
saving me.
Mau kemana? Ini yang Bedmood ini bisa
My
mungkin
name is
masuk ke
Morgan.
Discord
I
ngomong-ngomong
belong to
apa
Liyue
gitu.
Shengyu Hall. I head up our human culture and civilization research.
By the way, thank you ya, Moleni sudah mampir.
Miner?
Dibantu linknya ya guys ya,
We're
thank
looking
you.
for 4 strong fellas carrying mining equipment.
I think I saw those people.
Really?
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. I was in a hurry. I didn't get a good look. I'm afraid I'm not even sure what they looked like. Apologies.
I think that's all we needed to hear. Thank you.
I hope it's useful to you. I'd better get going. There's a conference I need to attend. Again, thank you all for your help.
Itu yang bad mood itu seleranya gimana sih? Dia tuh bad mood. Bisa dimundurin berapa menit lah dari stream ini. Dia itu bad mood, coy.
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the men that were looking
Gara-gara
for?
aku gacha standar dapat
A child with a group of
Skyward.
adults sounds pretty close to Paimon.
Cuma gacha sekali doang. Tiba-tiba dapat emas. Mereka bad mood anjay. Enggak tahu kenapa.
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Aha! Paimon nearly forgot about our secret weapon.
It looks promising. I'll do my best.
Oh, ke garam. Iya. Kita kan tadi lagi cerita-cerita buat aku ini rencana mau gacha Kokomi karena mau ngincar Shinkyu-nya. Terus aku buka standar ada satu bola-bola itu kan. Ya udah aku gacha. Satu
It's the same
doang.
group, all right. They followed this road.
Mereka langsung bad mood, cok.
Mr. Kunjun, your stone seeing is something I won't forget.
Padahal aku nggak ada tujuan itu loh.
I suppose it is an asset, though I rarely find a use for it. But praise for
Buat
Mr.
teman-teman
Zhongli is
yang bad
high
mood,
praise indeed.
mohon maaf ya.
It's a good thing we brought our Kunjun compass along. We would have lost all sense of direction.
Ya udah sih rezeki ada yang ngatur, nggak usah langsung bad
Think
mood.
so? I guess it's been a worthwhile trip then. It feels like we're cracking a criminal case. It's a lot
Soalnya
of
mereka
fun.
tuh bad moodnya dari 2 hari
Be
yang
that as it
lalu.
may, we would do well to keep our guards high. 4 fully grown men in a trance-like state, walking ceaselessly day
Aduh,
and
kayaknya
night
nih
over
gacha
hills
selanjutnya
and
nih bakal
mountains
bau
led
sih.
by a child. This is no ordinary incident.
Ini kue Zhongli buat
You're quite
Asada ya?
right,
Iya,
Mr.
betul,
Zhongli.
betul.
We
Ini
should
kue
have our
Zhongli
wits
buka
about us.
Asada.
That's not all. Our scholar
Aku
was
belum
attacked
jalanin,
by
belum
geovision
Asadanya belum
hatchlings,
kebuka jadi aku jalanin
but
aja.
the level of aggression they exhibited was
Ngomong-ngomong
unusual.
udah pulang gak nyonya
We have
bang?
encountered many
Udah.
clues
Udah
along the
kemarin
way.
pulang.
So far, they've pointed us in the right direction.
Pulangnya sama Simona karena lagi red off
The
kan.
miners headed in the direction of Nantianmen the day before yesterday. From here, they would have had to navigate a perilous mountain road.
Tapi itu aku
If
belum
their
bisa
destination
ngebuild
is
soalnya
indeed
materialnya kurang.
Nantianmen,
Jadi lagi
we should be able to catch
nyelesain
up.
misi buat kumpul material juga.
No time to lose.
I left a mark in the vicinity just now.
Kamu nggak nggak gacha
Does pass
ganyu
through
kah?
here.
Ganya,
It should guide
gacu,
him to us.
gacu. Ganya,
Classic Zhongli move.
gacha, ganyu. PT berapa bang? PT berapa kemarin? Aku dapat Mona. Mona itu aku udah nyicil PT sebelumnya 70 kalau nggak salah. Baru gacha ganyu di PT 10 kan? Iya 10 kalau nggak salah. Gacha ganyu PT 10-an lah. Mulai pamit ditanya, me ditanya. Aku ini ditanya, aku menjawab lah ditanya. Oh, mantap sih Hoki.
There's a basket lying here too.
Ya,
This
alhamdulillah
must be
ya.
one of the miners.
Rezeki anak soleh.
Hey, hello? Can you hear us?
Judging by his appearance, he must have collapsed from exhaustion.
Should we wake up?
I can still dig.
Sounds like he's whispering something.
It seems that he thinks he still has work to do. Something's not right.
Ya ditanya
There's a
tapi
camp
ketawanya
nearby.
jangan ngeselin
We
gitu.
should take him there and monitor his condition before deciding our next move.
Ini bukan ketawa, ini senyum. Kita harus ramah sama penonton, harus senyum, selalu senyum. Harus menebar senyum pada semua orang. Tahu dukun santet gak? Jahat bener teman-teman, nggak boleh dukun loh, nggak boleh dukun. Sudah dibuktikan sama pesulap
He's worked
merah kan,
himself into a stupor.
dukun itu nggak ada.
Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
Paimon heard him talking about digging for something. Did he dig himself into this state?
It's certainly a possibility.
It looks like there's something in his pocket. Are these?
Kang baca batu ya. Pak agak minder juga sih ngomong gini, soalnya kalau Red
I
Oak
just
PT
witnessed the memories within these
7
ore
dapat
fragments.
Kiki lagi.
This
Wow,
person brought these fragments out of the mine. He's one of the 4 that we're searching for.
87.
How he came to be here is what we
Aku
need
kira itu
to
kalau udah
understand.
70 pasti
So
dapat
he was
bintang
kidnapped
5.
and then abandoned
Ada yang sampai
here.
80 ya.
But if they didn't need him, why
Rasanya
did they
pengen
not
puasa
hire
3
him?
hari. 87 tuh
Something happened.
jauh banget loh.
Something that led
Tapi itu 87 nyicil ya? Atau langsung satu kali?
Serious.
Nyicil ya pasti ya?
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments has jogged my memory. I have something.
What is it? Ooh, it's
something for us.
Agak
As
90
I
pasti
mentioned,
B5.
before I met Uncle
Oh,
Dai, I was in a daze. After setting out with you on
kamu
this
tidak
case, it
sendirian
feels
Mola
like
nih.
a fog is lifted.
Saya gacha Kokomi
I was
75
so
dapatnya
happy when
Mona.
Uncle Dai enlisted you to help. I would
Sama,
never have
sama
managed
kita,
to
Mi.
track
Aku
down
juga
these
dapat
clues by
Mona, Mi.
myself. These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystals, mind you. This purity is extraordinary.
Mi, aku kirain kamu mau
One for each
nabung
of you.
buat
A
si
memory,
Nilo.
if you will.
Kok gacha Kokomi?
beautiful.
Atau udah ada ya?
The colors change as you turn it. It's like a different crystal from each angle.
But of course, take it.
Oh, 90
this
ya? Aku
one
kira
is
tuh
for
batasnya
Mr. Zhongli.
80. Ternyata 90 ya?
Huh?
Oh,
Is
berarti
something
makin
wrong?
dong, makin sulit
Not to your
dong.
liking?
Modal yang dikumpulin
On the
harus
contrary.
lebih besar kalau gitu.
I just hadn't anticipated receiving a gift during the current
Mihoyo,
circumstances.
mihoyo.
But thank you.
Akunku kalah di
I will take
Zhongli,
good care of
tapi di banner
I'm pleased
ini
you like
nggak
them.
ada gunanya,
It's
Bang.
nice to be able to give a gift that others can appreciate.
Karena dapat
Oh,
Kiki
I
ya?
see more rocks over there. You should all get some rest. I'm going to scan the surroundings.
Sudah
Perhaps
ada
there are more
semua yang
memories to
ada di...
uncover.
Oh,
You sure like rocks, huh, Kunjun?
Ores are the crystals of the earth, the sediment of time itself. I feel at peace among them. Get some rest and call me when you're
berarti
ready to set
Zhonglinya,
off.
tapi
I won't
Zhonglinya
be far.
pulang kan? Atau enggak?
Rest easy. I surveyed the area. There's no danger here. Oh, however, there is something I wanted to discuss with
Itu
you.
yang gacha 87 di banner Kiki atau di banner Kiki, di banner Zhongli atau di banner
Does
Kokomi?
Dragonfall mean anything
Sama
to
Me,
you?
aku juga dapat Mona, bacot banget. Ya iya kan emang aku dapat Mona aja.
The ore that
Jadi nunggu
Kunjun's looking for?
Kusanaidi.
What's so
Kusanaidi siapa anjay?
Dragonfall is an
Kayak nama
incredibly
penyanyi
rare
dangdut
ore used
anjay.
in forging. The
Kusanade
majority of
ya.
regular
Masih
crystals
lama
are
sih, masih
formed
bisa
in high
nabung
temperature
aja.
environments.
Iya kalau dapat
Dragonfall,
Kokomi tadi masih
on the
bisa
other
full
hand,
Nilo.
is formed as
Ini
a
gara-gara
product of
kalah,
elemental
nggak mungkin dipaksa
reactions.
Kokomi, ntar Nilonya
Elemental
skip.
reactions can produce material objects?
Ya nggak apa-apa sih, karena kan juga
Indeed they
Nilo
can.
Nilo kan karakter baru.
However,
Siapa tahu
only
rerunnya
a
cepat.
minority can
paling
survive for long
setahun.
periods of time. Dragonfall first
Kagak bang, di
emerged in the
banner
midst
Zhongli
of a
kalah
great
dapat
battle
Kiki. Oh,
thousands
berarti
of years ago.
berarti nggak mau pulang
Powerful
Zhongli ya.
clashes of elemental energy gave birth to elemental crystals.
Sakit banget sih.
When the fighting
Udah
ceased,
masalahnya udah PT 87
geological remnants
terus
were
nggak dapat
miraculously
nggak dapat pula,
preserved.
aduh.
and yet they are crystal
Tai
creations all
emang.
the same. Few and far between.
Ya kan aku
relatively
sama
unknown.
teman-temanku ini, aduh.
A
Aku
few
tuh
hundred years ago,
niatnya
they were
cuma
virtually
sharing
mined
guys.
into obscurity. Why is it then that a citizen of Liyue now wishes to strike upon ore that has long since vanished from?
Yeah. If he
Tapi
knows
itu
of
yang
its existence,
langsung
surely
dibuat
he
candaan
knows
sama
all
anak
that's
di
already
si pas
been
aku
mined.
gacha.
Weird.
Iya sih, karena agak gimana ya.
There are those in the
Tapi kalau
mining
misalnya kamu
trade who
lanjut
retain a keen
ngepullnya
interest in
juga,
Dragonfall.
pasti di PT
But for
rendah langsung
someone like
dapat sih.
Mr. Kunjun,
10 atau 20
whose
pasti langsung dapat.
motivations for seeking it are unclear
Biasanya
even
gitu,
unto
nggak tahu sih.
himself,
Ulterior motives.
Tapi di situ udah habis ya primonya ya, nggak ada lagi.
a conclusion that is presently impossible to reach. We must watch and wait. Don't forget, rescuing those miners is the primary objective. As for anything else, sooner or later the tide will reveal the lie of the land. We're drawing closer to our goal.
Wah itu mah mitos di
I
akunku
believe we
bang.
should continue to follow this road through.
Aku kirain
Now
tuh
that we
begitu
found
loh.
one,
Maksudnya kalau
the
kita
others
udah
won't be far away.
kalah red off
When
kan.
you're well rested,
Kalau red
call
off
Mr.
sudah banyak
Kunjun
tuh
over
kalahnya.
to us.
di
We still have more
retconnya
investigation ahead.
sudah
We
pasti
should
bakal
ensure
dapat
this
di
miner is settled
PT
here at the
rendah.
camp. Once
Gue
the
sih nggak
talk is
masalah lu
brought to
dapat
a
double
close,
cara,
we
tapi
can
muka
return and
lu
attend to
biasa
it.
aja lah. Aku
I
biasa
suggest we leave
aja
a
lo.
note for Uncle Dai.
Mukaku
If
kenapa
he does
anjay? Aku
find the
biasa
camp,
aja.
he'll know what to do.
Aku biasa aja. Aku dapat 2 cara juga biasa aja. Anda ada namanya lo PT menang 50-50 aja beruntung. Aku kirain bisa nggak usah nyolot, aku nggak nyolot. Aduh. Berarti begitu ya. Berarti nggak sama di banner senjata ya.
Any results, Mr. Kunjun?
There are many beautiful rocks here, but nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't find any clues. Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time and the changing of the environment. Difficult to say. I feel that ore memories tend to be from the recent past.
So there's never any ancient memories?
Rocks endure, but as eons pass, their memories are erased. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion or thought.
Akunku DP semua bang, kagak ada namanya sub kayak orang-orang punya.
Let's keep going.
Serius? Palingnya cuma Kokomi sama Kiki aja yang super. Bagus dong, aku malah nggak ada DPS, Uto doang. Ini apa sih? Oh ini ya, Asdaha di bawah ini ya. Oh iya, sama Mona C3. Anjir, Monanya C3 cuk. Udah berapa kali kalah PT? Kalau Kikinya berapa? C berapa?
This ancient tree. Let's conduct separate investigations. I'll take that area. Perhaps you could survey this section.
Zhongli mau kabur lagi anjir.
All right then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth investigating?
Mona bukannya DPS ya?
There is this stone tablet here.
Doesn't seem very interesting. Paimon's gonna...
It's worth a try, surely. Let me see. Oh. This is...
Hey, what's wrong?
Just a bit lightheaded. It's past. Nothing to worry about. Not...
DPS ku Eula, Kli, Xiao,
Not
Iking,
yet.
Yoimiya, Ganyu,
Paimon's going to investigate over there. Why don't you climb the tree and have a look?
Chill deh. Udah bagus-bagus tuh. Mona support bang kalau dipakein DPS. Oh, kirain Mona bisa jadi DPS.
Anyway, you'll be able to get a good look at our surroundings from up there.
You think so?
Udah bagus-bagus tuh DPS-mu. Iya, aku pengen banget dapat Kli. Tapi kayak masih lama rirannya lagi. Soalnya baru-baru kan selesai riran. Lu nggak punya DPS terus itu sama Ganyu lu anggap apa? Ya maksudnya cuma 2 itu kebanyakan support gitu ya. Gitu abang. Abang nih kok emosi gitu ya, lah. Tuh banyakkan Xingqiu, Fischl, Zhongli. Lu tahu kan? Siapa lagi tuh? Nilo. Nilo. Noile. Mending akunmu bang.
It would appear our answer is up ahead.
Mending gimana nih? Mending gimana nih? Anggota buat spiral abis aja belum ada.
Compose yourselves.
Bisa Mona DPS sih bang, tapi pakai LP atau...
There is an unusual presence emanating from inside the tunnel. Prepare yourselves and tread lightly.
Enak bawa spiral. Ya lu gacha Kiki lah biar punya DPS. DPS. Kiki kan support. Tadi kan dibilang Kiki support, jadi oh ini ya Asdaha ya.
The missing miners are here. What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
That gate. Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until the gate.
Oh anjir, kayak dirasuki cuk. Atas Zhongli, Hutau, Xingqiu, Diona. Terus membawa maunya itu shieldnya Zhongli kayak begini guys, enak, bisa disentuh. Wah, gerbangnya kebuka. Wih anjir, suka banget begini cok. Malas banget. Lagi seru-serunya juga. Bawahnya mau main melt atau main freeze bang. Main melt kayaknya, aku main melt bawahnya. Karena udah ngebuild Xiangling dan Bennett. Dipasangin Ganyu bisa kali ya itu. Kalau melt Ganyu, Bennett, Xiangling, Sucrose, iya. Sucrose aku baru dapat sih. Jadi masih mau dibuild juga. Ganyu juga masih dibuild. Kalau Bennett sama Xiangling udah level 80 semua. Tinggal Ganyunya aja sama Sucrose ini yang PR. Itu Zhongli C10 shieldnya gede. Iya maunya gitu Zhongli cok. Segitu dia. Terus bisa ngedorong bos kan. Nah itu. Sabar ya guys ya. Seperti biasa. Penyakit Genshin ku kayaknya perlu diinstal ulang deh ini Genshin. Download ulang. Tapi 37 GB anjay. Asal pinter dodge sih kalau main tim Ganyu. Ya itu. Kayaknya aku mau bawa mau bawa apa itu? Siapa namanya? Diona. Pasangin sama Ganyu kayaknya cocok ya. Biar ada shieldnya. Karena kan di atas udah ada Zhongli sama Hutau. Ada Xingqiu, tinggal mungkin Dendro Traveler aja. Dendro Traveler. Soalnya Ganyu tanpa shield kita masuk ya. Soalnya Ganyu tanpa shield susah mainnya, iya susah.
There's still a long road ahead.
Kalau Diona shield berarti main freeze bang. Soalnya kalau main melt ada Diona atau kamu. Oh.
What type of monster is this?
Morax, you arrive at my doorstep of your own mission. Excellent. Taking
Oh.
revenge for sealing me away will be all the easier.
Disegel sama si Morax.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Ishtaha, this is not how we intended for events to
Aku fokus
transpire.
baca teksnya, guys.
It's not your words. Your life is mine.
Oh ini bisa dua loh.
No atonement for 1,000-year pain.
Wah, tembus.
Gather.
Udah nggak ada ya teksnya.
Scatter!
Ring cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
Is once not enough? You would forsake me again?
Duh.
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Stabilize.
Soalnya kalau melihat Diona kamu posisinya, iya.
No, my sword.
Order guide.
Germinate!
Let me weave you a verse.
Morax, you think you can destroy me?
Wah, kabur, cok. Lu salah.
Gather.
No, my sword. Ring cutter.
Segel lagi ya.
Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
You should call it by its name, Ishtaha. Fate.
Fate? Fate?
Wait. Nah, maunya tuh skillnya Zhongli bisa banyak begitu anunya tiangnya. Harusnya sih.
Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
That voice.
Ishtaha.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. It's been a while.
You're
Siapa cuy itu Kunjun?
The very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes, it was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. There were things that only became clear to me upon reaching this tree. Allow me to elaborate. I am not Ajdaha the whole, but a fragment.
Oh.
Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Ajdaha you see there to be a reflection of such polarities. We are a schism of the will of Ajdaha.
Ajdaha.
So there are two Ajdahas?
No, it can't be. That's impossible.
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the forces that suppressed you. But would anyone listen? Would they even care? That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back. Kidnapping the miners was all in aid of digging to the entrance to the seal itself. Your plan was to launch an attack on both ends, from outside and within, thereby fully destroying the seal.
The audacity! Are you insane? If you truly are a part of me, how is it you find yourself standing on the side of the betrayer?
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. Too weak to reincarnate, but strong enough to possess a human body. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me. But my aim was clear. Find Morax and aid him in stopping you.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power been but a little stronger, I would have recognized you.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. Only when I touched the stone tablet did I truly remember. It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of youthful humanity and ancient dragonkind. Morax, do you want to tell the tale?
There would be no harm in it. The decision is yours.
You haven't changed. Then allow me. Ajdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. However, that which is derived of the Earth is no more or less than the Earth
Yo,
itself.
weekly bang, aku udah weekly.
The memories of rocks
Boleh
do
nih,
not last
tapi boleh lah
forever.
sih. Aku yang masuk ke workmu atau bagaimana?
But as time passes,
Habis ini kali ya.
so these memories fade into obscurity. Erosion is the world's greatest destroyer of memories. Erosion ground Ajdaha's consciousness into oblivion.
Excel Yahoo, halo Excel, selamat malam, selamat bergabung, thank you udah mampir.
And his memories of defending Liyue Harbor disintegrated. Ajdaha, now incomplete, became irascible, aggressive.
What would you expect?
Air berapa bang? Aku air 50. Bisa nggak ya?
The ley lines that sustained me.
This much is true, which is why you attacked the chasm, why you waged war against Morax. In the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production, the citizens of Liyue came to the mountains to mine.
Saya air 58, oh jauh ya. Berarti nggak bisa dong. Soalnya aku udah selesai.
Even more savage. No matter how we struggled, we lost the ability to coexist with humanity. We lost all reason. Morax shared with us some of his
Tapi
power to prevent
kalau kamu yang
further
join,
erosion.
kamu bisa ngeklaim.
But it was futile. Everything returns to dust.
Ngeklaim hadiahnya bisa
It
nggak?
is the natural order, an unstoppable force. And so, we became you. And from your will, I emerged.
Emerge.
I am your final contract. Witness the promise between Ajdaha and Morax. You can hate me.
No.
Bisa, tapi saya ndak klaim, paling ngambil misi BP aja. Oh.
I am the remnants of
Oke,
Ajdaha's
oke.
benevolence. The echo of a contract set in stone.
Oh, yang anu ya, yang harus nyelesain ya. Gak usah diklaim, nyelesain aja.
A willingness to coexist
Yang
peacefully
3 kali itu kan?
with mankind.
No. This is I, Ajdaha, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth, older than the mountains and the oceans that decides. I will not swear allegiance to this insect.
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an insect in turn.
You forgot yourself. Nobody held Morax in higher regard than you or I.
Ya, oke,
That
sebentar
which
habis ini ya.
you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. If you are the memory of the earth, then I am the memory of coexistence. Of coexistence with humanity. All powers under heaven rise and fall of land and sea.
A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends as bright as jade.
Jade.
Strange. What is this feeling? And all this?
You are spent, and I will soon disappear. Before I do, heed these words. In the wilderness, snow falls on a spring day. In an instant, it will melt. Even where it is fleeting and leaves no trace.
No! That isn't true! I don't accept this as fate!
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable misfortune.
More axe!
Wait.
The little girl vanished.
ID mau berapa biar salin ini yang dibawa, yang di sudut sana, sudut kanan.
Are you satisfied, Ajdaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no part in it. So, Morax, you call yourself Zhongli these days?
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die hard. To me, you're Morax.
As you please.
As
I
you
never did
please.
forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon, searching for the sun. A pair of eyes, from Morax to Ajdaha.
Your power is nearly spent.
Ah, perceptive as always, my friend.
Shall we get going, you and I?
Surely the pressing matter is still that of the miners trapped outside the seal.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going. To fix the damage left in your wake.
Straight down to business as always. Let's go.
Itu ya ID ku. Wah, udah beres. Kirain ada.
Huh? How did we get here?
Apa yang
We need to go back and check on the miners.
So there you are. My men and I found your clues and followed them straight here. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious. Huh? Young Kun, what?
Nothing. Pay it no mind. Those 3 miners are over there, in that
cave. What happened?
They're exhausted, but not in danger. Don't worry.
Right. Well, thank you, all of you.
So you're taking them back to Liyue Harbor?
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men. I'll be happy to assist all of you in any way I can.
Kunjun, we should be calling you Ezdaha. You're coming back to Liyue Harbor too, right?
Not I. Merely this body. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Kunjun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be fit.
You always did have a great admiration for blacksmiths.
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see so much. Perhaps empathy is mankind's proudest achievement after all.
Ezdaha, I am no longer the Geo Archon.
I can sense it.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate. Let's get the difficult part out of the way. I cannot guarantee that I won't be awoken a second time.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare it.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lapis?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and fall.
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow of time. You were always the strongest among us. Yet, it would seem that even you have been eroded. That's unimportant. Fate is ordained by heaven. Even if our mission had already concluded,
udah dapat masuk bang. Iya, aku lagi misi soalnya.
Strike out on the road of departure. You may live
Bentar ya.
forever, doomed to a lonely existence. Yet, even this is temporary.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the subject of a life long lived. I fear that the life of an elemental being is longer than any in this world.
Were it not so, you would have killed me long ago, and would not be having to face me again now.
You've brought a smile to my face. When all is said and done, a reunion between old friends is an auspicious occasion.
That day in the chasm, did you
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. But I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people of Liyue.
You chose
Pantas
justice,
belum selesai. Iya,
but
belum
did not
selesai.
forsake your kindness. You came to me not as an assassin.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens. With your abilities, even at my full strength, I struggled to confront you, let alone seal you away.
Hence my inception. Do not forget that I was there with Liyue's founder. The face may have changed, but the content of the contract remains intact. Old friend. God of contracts.
Thank you, Ezdaha.
My life is nigh on eternal. I will go on with the infinite flow of time. And you, Morax.
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
We will meet again.
Yes. Don't be alarmed.
That was so weird. It was like he...
In fact, we have yet to meet the real Kunjun. He was.
Oh, sudah hai teman baiknya.
Centuries may have passed since then, but events from 1,000 years ago remain crystal clear in my mind.
Lamanya umurnya ya, 1000-an tahun.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient Geo life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Azhdaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
Jadi Azhdaha itu sebenarnya peliharanya ya. Oke. Interesting.
1,000 years ago, Azhdaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, I brought him down and sealed him underground. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Azhdaha could sense the stone. Subconsciously, he wanted to use it to find me. Despite being the victor, I could not claim to be stronger than he. And in his heart, he still retained an ounce of goodwill towards me, towards Liyue, towards life above ground. He was willing to be sealed away, but as the erosion set in, he forgot. Even I cannot avoid it, but there is something I understand better than most. When the door opens, it is time to leave. The greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and go, but even a stone may tire. Personally sealing away an old friend. This is just one form of erosion I have endured. People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. Perhaps this is the erosion imposed on me by the heavenly principles. But I was a god of mankind. My identity may change, but my eyes will bear witness to the history of humanity.
You still care a lot about Liyue.
Call it... I must thank you both.
No worries.
Oh? About what?
Oh yeah, Paimon. So, not long ago, we met a guy called Dig. He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those events were connected to the person we're searching for. Zhongli, you're a god. You've lived through thousands of years of history. Surely you experienced the incident?
Dia tahu saudaranya.
Cannot say.
Why? You can't even give us a thread of information? This is so important to...
I understand. But I must apologize. This is my contract.
You mean another past grievance? Like the incident with Azhdaha? Too painful to talk about?
It was signed before it all began. I have always honored the contract and kept my silence.
How can you be like that?
You two are friends to me. I can assure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you. But as the god of contracts, I cannot go back on my word.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding of this world continues to grow. There are many events of ages past, many secrets that lie hidden. They have been eroded by time, forgotten by the people, but you are capable of finding them and bringing them into the light. Those who come to witness will witness. Those who are born to remember. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficulties ahead. But as long as you firmly believe that you are on the right path.
Oke, selesai. Udah gak ada
This
nih kan?
tablet, it's a shame. There is a fine line between.
Udah gak ada. Oke. Ayo. Tadi siapa? Mulai nih, Maula nih. Join yuk. Kalau mau join. Bos mingguan. Apa ya? Ini ya. Udah ini ya. Sudah bos mingguan ya. Materialnya. Ini materialnya buat siapa sih? Capek solo, oke. Berarti misi BP 3 kali ya. Tantangan domain, bukan. Ini ya. Lebih 2 kali. Kita kemana nih? Kita coba lawan siapa?
Whirling snow.
Kita coba lawan ini aja ya. Gas bang, oh jangan. Kita mau buka mau ini kayak jangan.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Iya,
The
kok.
blade embraces its duty as a jeweler charity.
Nggak cocok nih. Maunya nge-freeze ya.
Let me read you a verse. Absurd! Illusions are but distractions. Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Ring cutter. Your verdict is decided.
Oh anjir.
All desire can be broken. This bond
Wait.
is eternal. obstacles.
Awas, jaga jarak.
Time to act. Purge all obstacles. Witness the final calamity. Body and mind.
Wah, anjir, langsung mati, cok.
Time to act.
Telat tadi.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gugwa. Time to act. Eternity is in my hand. Let me lead you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. Pathetic. Be gone! Only emptiness awaits.
Mantap lah. Ini si darah ya? Oh. Si darah dulu dong. Lagi enggak? Lagi ya? Enggak buka, aku enggak buka soalnya. Aku enggak butuh, aku cuma penasaran. Enggak. Buat buka achievement, jadi kita pindah. Kita lawan Asdaha. Itu buka achievement, guys ya.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as
Aku nggak butuh itemnya soalnya. Jangan Raiden bang, Asdaha aja kalau gitu. Trauma saya. Kena tebas. Aduh. Langsung tewas coy.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their
Osmanthus
gems.
wine tastes the same as I remember.
Wak.
It is time, Morax. We settle this now.
I will have order.
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Solidify!
Today, you witness your reckoning!
Oh, bagus dong.
The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
Walah.
You stand upon your tomb, though you know it not.
Aku lupa tadi yang dipakai di store itu Zhongli-nya C3 anjir. Ini bukan C3, cok.
Experience an eon of suffering.
Stabilize.
Nice. Kasihan hoyoverse, cok. Ubur-uburnya ini lama ya. Lumayan buat si Ganyu. Oke, last di sini aja lah. Nagaan. Di sini salah ya, mau lewat sana. Itu aman. Ini kayaknya tidak aku buka.
Rise! This is
Teamwork is strength.
Couldn't let your guard down. Who's next?
solidified.
Oke, udah selesai.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Mau dibuka kurang. Jadi udahlah. Susahnya ndak pulang Zhongli gini.
Wow! Where did that come from?
Tapi helmmu banyak. Tapi helmmu banyak. Memang disuruh latihan. Aduh.
Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
Itu udahan dulu ya.
Oh, wow! Where did that come from?
Dan udahnya aku mau. Oke, kalau pulang Nilo si Nahida atau lewat.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Kalau Nilo pulang, Nahida auto lewat. Nggak ada masalah sih, karena kan Nahida bisa jadi rerunnya cepat. Aku lihat leaknya juga, Nahida di 3 titik berapa ya? 3.5 kah? 3.4 ya? Itu baru leak sih, nggak tahu bakal rerun lagi cepat. Jadi nggak ada masalah sih kalau misalnya ini tinggal satu lagi loh, nanggung banget. 7 menit. Dan nunggu 7 menit keburu muncul. Nanti aja lah. Bisa kok. Oke, ada ekspedisi. Ada ekspedisi itu di mana? Oh.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oke. Nggak ada ya yang udah beres, udah.
Stabilize.
Boy, orang-orang monster, aku adalah akun Geo. Aduh, jangan tutup. Oke guys, kayaknya sampai di sini dulu live streaming kita kali ini. Thank you udah nonton. 3 jam setengah ya, wow. Kita udah beresin quest story Zhongli ya guys. Dan kita udah buka domainnya si Asdaha. Jadi sampai sini dulu petualangan kita di dunia GenshinImpact ini. Thank you buat Molani udah temenin tadi juga buat nyelesain quest BP. Thank you buat saya, thank you buat Kiki, thank you buat Kiki, thank you buat Ame, thank you buat Kela, thank you buat semuanya, thank you buat Duta Keju, thank you buat Nanda Norman, Bocil Brando, siapa lagi tadi tuh, Farel. Oke, thank you buat semuanya ya guys ya, thank you, makasih banyak, sampai jumpa di live stream berikutnya, bye.